Nobody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Speed past that. Doing a coaching session for Pyke this game, so special thanks to Colt for donating. If you'd like to donate for a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. Happy to set that up for you. It's just $25. We do it on stream. It's $20 if you're a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's just $5 a month. Become a sustaining contributor, and you get $5 off of any coaching sessions, any guides. You can play with us on Sundays, viewer nights if you want. And I'm going to try to be adding some more perks soon. But anyways, come check it out. And I am streaming this as well, so you might hear me talking with the chat. Start every night around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually go till 3 or 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to talk as much as I can while we're also playing, both commenting on the game and just having a conversation with the chat about whatever the chat wants to talk about as well. So yeah, come by, check it out. And if you want more coaching sessions, I'll have a link in the description with a playlist with over 200 coaching sessions, and I have a picture of the character I'm coaching in the thumbnail, so you can very easily just kind of flip through and see which champs you might want to hear more about. Okay. So with Pyke, you want to be gesturing, and Colt said that he's new to support. He's switching over from another role. I will say in general, like, you need to look, when you're playing a hook champ, a big part of playing the hook champ is to be menacing, right? So, especially against something like Yuumi Zerath, who is not going to threaten you that much with an all-in, you know? Like, your goal should be, oh, whoa, that was nice. The anticipation, that was good. But you want to come up and just like look scary, right? Like try to get into a forward bush, especially someone like Pyke who has really good sustain. Like you can take a few Zerath Qs, but your goal is just to try to pressure the Zerath off of missing CS. Like you need to walk up here and stand in this bush right here, and then he's just gonna like throw stuff at you in there and just try to dodge it. But yeah, just stand up here and just look spooky. There you go. And then if you get a chance to hit him with a hook, hit him with a hook. Nice. There you go. But yeah, a lot of it is the threat. Like, if you hit the hooks, it's great, but even if you can just pressure them off of CS, make them blow some summoners, just get them scared, like, that's half the battle. But yeah, you don't just want to be sitting, like, chilling. You want to constantly be, like, posturing, you know, walking around like you could hit the hook anytime, you know? You can also help push a little bit. So this is like the worst place that you want them to have the wave, is to have them freeze it outside their tower against a hook champ. So it's okay to come up and auto attack the wave a little bit. So you want to be like walking up, autoing the wave, and you just got to keep in mind too that they're going to be hitting somebody with their abilities probably, and you want it to be you rather than the Pyke or rather than the Ziggs, because you're going to have more sustain. So you might just have to, that doesn't mean you just walk up and soak all the hits, but you need to be up near the front line with the Ziggs. Like, not taking free hits, but threatening, helping to push, stuff like that. Is there no sound? Gosh. Um, can you guys hear my mic, though? That do anything? All right, hang on. I'll mess with it here in a second. Let me see this play one more time. May have unplugged something and plugged it back in. Could you guys hear my mic or not? The camera did freeze a second ago, and so I tried to unplug the camera. Yes on voice, but no on in-game sound. Okay. All right, let me pause this real quick. Sorry about that. It's weird. Let me try this out. Okay. Alright, is the mic going again? You guys get any games now? I just basically turned off the defaults and then turned them back on. I'm getting some new like sound. I've got a new mic and it comes with some new sound software. That hopefully I'll have hooked up tomorrow. But it didn't have. It's an XLR mic. Okay, better. I don't know why technology's like that, man. It's like literally just turn it off, turn it back on. Like that fixes so many things. I don't understand. I'm not a tech person, but it's so funny but so true. Oh, it's very loud? Okay, hang on. How about that? Is that better? For those of you watching at home, it's not usually that way in coaching sessions. Like, I've been playing all night, you know, this is at the very end of the stream, and the sound was fine. It's just something, just happened in the last 5 minutes or so. Anyway. First blood. Okay, is that better? Because I can hear it. That's the thing. It's like, it's just like on OBS or something, it wigs out every now and then. I mean, it is free. You can't complain about free too much, but it's open broadcast software. No change. It's still really loud. Okay, hang on. Okay, how about that? So I guess that volume's just for decoration. Okay. I mean, I guess you're just chilling. Ziggs hasn't been down here for a little bit. Okay, good stun. Yeah, Ziggs is just not really following up on a lot of your stuff. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, we got it sorted out. That's true, dedicated. True. I mean, it depends on who I got punched in the face by, if I'm being perfectly honest. If I get punched in the face by, like, you know, Mike Tyson or something, if I'm still conscious, I would say sorry, sir, and, like, limp away. Let's be honest, I'm not gonna beat a lot of people up in a fist fight. No, he backed. He got a, he got Merc Treads. Oh, jeez. Okay, nice. Oh, he missed. Oh, he got part of it. Okay, perfect. Nice. Get that cat. Ziggs should just be running. He's just giving him a free kill. You could have easily killed the cat yourself. Oh. I guess she got the heal off. Oh, man. Let's tilt her. Okay, you got out, though. I fight people. When I was a lot younger, when I was in my 20s, I was working out a lot. If I had a few drinks and somebody said something sassy, I might fight them. Fighting people in general, I think, is a pretty bad idea, though, like, if you can at all avoid it, because you just don't know who you're messing with. I know I've shared this story on the stream before, but like, I just remember there's this friend of a friend who was at a bar, and, you know, some guy, I don't know what happened, I don't remember the exact details, but some guy was, like, harassing his girlfriend or something, like, or maybe hitting on her. I don't remember the exact circumstances. And my friend was like, you want to take this outside or something and fight? And so they went outside, and the dude pulled a knife on him and carved his face up. You just run into crazy people. And my friend survived, but he's like permanently disfigured because of that. He's got all kinds of scars. And yeah, like they sued the guy, and but he didn't really have any money. Like, you know, he got some, like aggravated assault or whatever, but that doesn't fix the dude's face, you know. So you just don't know. Yeah, if you're an MMA fighter, yeah, like in the cage or something, you can. I mean, you just don't know who's gonna pull a weapon, who's actually a trained fighter. You don't know how many friends they have there a lot of times. It's just, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you have to. If someone is, you know, actually threatening your family or your girlfriend, and there's like no way to get out of the situation, sometimes you have to, I guess. But anyways, okay, that was good. Nah, Martin, I don't speak a lot of Spanish. You can speak some Spanish here if you want to. There's some people that probably speak Spanish here. I don't care if you speak in Spanish. I understand a little bit. Un poquito español. Pero no mucho. Nice, you're getting some good hooks here. Okay. That's still worth, though. I mean, the title's written in English. I don't think there's anything confusing, like, that would be misleading to make you think it would be like an all Spanish stream. Like I said, you can speak Spanish if you want. I'll do my best to understand, but we have a gentleman who comes in here who like can't speak English and only speaks Chinese, and he just like translates what he wants to say. And that's fine. That was a nice ult. Yeah, anytime, I mean, ideally you don't want to die, but if it's Pyke and you're trading kills, that's okay, because basically every kill on Pyke is like a kill and a half. Maybe even one, it might be 2 kills. I can't remember the exact numbers on it. It's a lot though. Pyke is definitely a very strong champion if you get proficient on him, especially like gold and lower. Didn't have his ult. Oof. Yeah, it's on a killing spree. I mean, it seems Yumi is a very dangerous champion to give gold to. I mean, it's not like you're giving gold to Vayne or something, but like she does scale really well. Not as well as she used to. I think they did nerf her AP ratios, I believe. But she's still a menace when she starts getting several items. Now, fortunately, she's attached to a Xerath, so like Ardent Sensor's not really going to do anything for him. Attack speed is not going to do anything for him. Greetings from Argentina. Saludo. Yeah, I can read some of it. I can't speak it very well, but I can read it okay. To me, a foreign language, like, it's much easier to read than it is to speak or write. Like, in order of easiness for me with a foreign language, it's probably read, listen, write, speak. In that order, like, of increasing difficulty. It's like pretty much the opposite of how like a native speaker is. Like most people, you know, naturally can, you know, with their own language can speak it the best. And listen to it the best. But then it's the reading and writing sometimes that can be a problem. I'm just like the reverse. Which is basically just recognition versus recall memory. recognition's way easier. If you have to create something like off the top of your head, if you have to remember exactly what it is without any prompt, like that's a lot harder for that kind of memory rather than just seeing something and recognizing what it is. Yeah, that was a good recall. Ghostblade. I like Ghostblade. I like Ghostblade. They let you roam around. You could potentially get some kills on Cat. Ghostblade's like if you think you're gonna roam a lot. Dustblade is like if you want bigger burst. Dustblade is a little bit less appealing because they took away the free sweeper. They put it on Umbral Glaive. Umbral Glaive is pretty popular too on him, but if they're not warding that much, you don't need it. You kind of have to just get a feel for the game. If you need Umbral or not. Umbral is less damage, but like having a second sweeper on such a low cooldown is pretty OP. And clearing wards in one hit. Okay, you need to zone. Zone the Warwick, zone the Warwick. Nice, don't let him get a look at that pit if you can help it. As a support, that's almost always your responsibility is to keep the enemy jungler off of an objective. If you can. Okay, good cleanup. See if you can direct your team to go get Rift. Like, just ping them a lot. Warwick's dead. Just ping, 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 ping. Because you could be getting Rift right now. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I didn't see this Aerith over here. I guess getting 2 kills. If you get the kills. God, you should be able to run him down there, right? Yeah. You need to go right there. If you had your E, I would have E'd. I guess that works too. Oof. I don't know. If you got those kills, like, maybe that's worth... I guess it seems very probable that you would get those kills, but they got away. I don't know. It's a tough call, because you could have had a free Rift also, because Darius had priority top, and Warwick's dead. Yeah, I'd probably, especially with Pyke, I probably would have gone for the 2 kills, too. I don't know, Jolty, man. I think a lot of people think she's really strong right now. I think everyone recognizes that the Q was largely a nerf or neutral at best. It's the E that was the big buff. And the W, the way that the W works. Since it scales off of your ally stats rather than your stats. But a big part of it's the extra attack speed that you get off of the E. And the lowered cooldown. Pyke's ult does feel very satisfying when you get it. Wow, that ult just lasts forever, huh? I was wondering if it was going to time out. I think it lasts like 30 seconds. Oh my god. It was like 20 stacks. Yeah, Pyke does feel real good when you start rolling on that money. I think he's definitely the most snowball-y support. Yeah, probably just go Dustblade next. Sure, that's what you're doing. I like the Executioners. That's good. Good call. You mean?
Killing spree.
Starting to go off. there's not a lot you can do here about that. Yeah. I played her for a little bit. Yeah, it can definitely be, it feels bad if you get like dumpstered early. But she can still like do very well later on if you have like, especially like beefy bruiser champs. Like if Uni has a Darius or a Set or even something like a Warwick on her team, Garen, Nasus, like all that stuff just feels like really OP in the mid to late game. So even if your AD carry like hard Bs early, if you can just like not die, she can still be really good later. Because when you're attached to the beefcakes later, like it's unlikely you're gonna die. And just like that movement speed, it's like the healing, but it's also that movement speed, you know, because a lot of them, like, they're supposed to be balanced because you can kite them, right? But if you throw that on a Darius, or even like an Olaf or something, like, it just makes it almost impossible to kite people with Yumi there. Slowing people down, yeah, Jax. I mean, there's a lot of champs that are like that. He's constantly hitting them with Qs, slowing them, speeding up your team with ease, like, just no one's getting away. And if you do have a Fed 80 carry, you know, Ardent Sensor plus her attack speed that she gives off of her E and the movement speed for repositioning on something like a Vayne is just nuts. So, I mean, she's definitely not that great early, but she's like a true terror. I think she's the scariest thing late game as a support. I do not want to see me. I don't care what her win rate is. I don't know. Zillion can be pretty impactful later on, but I am still a little more scared of Yumi, but... Anyways, okay. Alright, Umbral, okay. I respect the Umbral. It's a little bit less damage than Duskblade, but like vision does matter a lot right now. Yeah, hook him out of that. Nice. Damn it, did get the kill. Well, she has really weak stats, Jolty, because she's like never, I mean, she's like almost never exposed. Like, she shouldn't have high base stats because she has such like crazy mobility and she basically gets the base stats of whoever she's attached to. Like, she needs to be really vulnerable. If you get her out, if you do manage to catch her out, like, she should die like instantly, you know? Because it's so hard to do. I still think she should have limited time attachment. She should not be able to permanently attach. Like, it should be on a short cooldown and you should be able to jump on people for a certain like length of time. You know, maybe you attach for 5 seconds and then it goes on cooldown for like 3 seconds and you can attach for 5 and it goes on cooldown for 3. Just like certain little windows of vulnerability, of forced vulnerability. I think, and then you could buff up the rest of her kit to compensate around that, but it's just so hard to balance around a champ that just can't be targeted in the late game. Especially if they're attached to beef. Yeah, I just rotate up here. I guess y'all are just on Fiesta style right now. Oh, she trolling? Oof. That would've been a nice hit. Oh god, you gotta get out of there. Jeez. That Xerath hits, man. I don't know. You might need to get like a Hex Drinker or something. Yeah, Dark Seal's super common on Yumi. I think you know, you just pay and see what you get, you know? You're not paying that much to get one Dark Seal early on. I mean, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, whatever. It's only 350 gold, so... It's like super common, I think, on her to go Dark Seal. She hasn't died yet. How does she only have 1 stack on Dark Seal? He has 3 kills and 6 assists. I guess she just literally just bought it. I thought it started with stacks. Maybe it's Mage Ride that starts with stacks. Okay, that's a nice catch. You should be getting it this late in the game. If you're gonna get it, like, she should have gotten it, like, on her first back. Yeah, I think, this is just a lot of ARAM YOLO. Yeah, I guess just position for next dragon, which is up within a minute. Ideally, you have, like, Darius splitting a side lane, and then you're, like, you rotate between the split pusher and the main group and just try to, like, find some opportunities, but... I mean, you guys are getting some picks on him. Oh, he got debated. Yumi healed for like 800 because of Athene's. Okay. Yeah, get the dragon. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, she doesn't have that much, like, pro presence right now, I don't think, and her win rate's not at 50%. So, I don't think they're going to change her. Unless pros start picking her up more. You guys have a... Okay, Echo's here. This is dangerous. Yeah, you need to be zoning the Echo. Oh, God. We're zoning the Warwick. Because Echo didn't even have... Actually, he does have his ult. Yeah, you're at full health, too. So, like, what you want to do then is, like, you should have been, like, as soon as you see him there, you need to jump over this. Like, just E over it. E over it, try to get that stun, like right when he positions right here, you E right through him, and then even if he tries to blast plan over you, it'll still stun him. And he might kill you, but it's worth it to get Dragon Soul. So just E over there, get the stun on him, shiv him with your Q, and then W and book it out of there. And yeah, he might ult you, he might kill you, but it's worth it to get the soul, I think. Well, they do have executioners. Like, they have Morello on Ziggs, and Pyke has executioners, and Darius has executioners. Yeah, I just do it a little early, because even if he jumps through you, like, he still gets stunned off of it if you just go to him straight on. Yeah, I would have just, gone through, stunned him, and then tried to hook, like, and pull him away from the pit. Now, he might, like, he can ult through your stun and get on the pit, but, you know, at least force him to have the ult like the reflex timing on his ult. And then he wouldn't have his ult to, for the fight. He'd have to just use it, jump in the pit. I guess it looks like she's just gonna go Ardent Sensor anyways. Team comp be damned. I mean, it is good on Warwick, I guess. Nice. Good cleanup.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, good. So Darius is split pushing. Cleaned up. Janking him.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
The highest I've ever given with Yumi's W has been 55 AD. You realize 55 AD is something like 1800 gold, right? It's like 6 kills worth of stats on that person. And then whatever you're getting on you as well. I think you get their stats too, right? Or do you get your own stats? I can't remember. Like, that'd be like 3600 gold for both you and your ally. Okay, 55 adaptive force is a little bit less, but that's still really good. Like, that's, you know, like 1100 gold on one person, and then you're getting 1100 on you as well, so that's like 2200. That's pretty good, especially considering it's permanent. Like, there's no cooldown on it. You know, things like Janna's shield and Lulu's W give a lot of stats, but they're temporary. You got to keep in mind that that also synergizes with Yumi's E, which I think gives up to like 45% attack speed, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 gold also. Like 925 or something. I mean, she does have a, like, I don't know what her win rate is. It is below 50%, so yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that are bad on her. But I think that she's harder to play than people think. And I think the champion herself is really good if you get out of the lane. If they just give you a free lane.
Get foul!
That's a lot of wards. I guess Aftershocks, excuse me, still the main thing. I don't know though, honestly. I'm just thinking about your keystone now. Wondering if, like, I think some people were doing Halo Blades on him, which would have given you some more damage in for fights, especially in the laning phase, but because they did nerf Aftershock, where it's a lot less effective if you don't have any armor items, or like you don't have any defensive stats. Aftershocks back. Okay. I mean, it does give you trading in lane. Kind of protection against other all-in comps too. Yeah. Yeah, let's get out here and try to zone him. It's a little awkward with Pyke because, like, your hook pulls him to you, so you don't want to, like, you know, pull the jungler into your team. So Pyke, that's partially why Pyke's not that great at healing, because your hook pulls people back towards your team most of the time. I think Hail of Blades is, if you want to do an offensive one, that's probably the best. That just gives you a lot of extra damage in the early game, those autos. Electrocute does scale well, but I just noticed all those zombie wards up there. I'm not sure. Excuse me if that's you or Echo that has all those zombie wards, so I don't know what your secondary is, but that is a pretty good combo with Umbral Glaive if you get a lot of sweeps. Do your zombies, okay. Yeah, it's good. Zombie ward with Umbral is quite the combo.
Now you're ready to prowl.
I think Yumi might get the stats of her ally. We'll have to see. I mean, that's partially why they nerfed her AP ratios, is because of that potential.
Killing spree.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, she's going for it. She wants it. Oh. Well, he messed up his ult, but it worked out. I would probably not sell the warding item because I think you need wards. Sometimes you can sell boots for something else if you're really rich. Like, you could maybe get something like a dead man's plate or something like that instead of your boots. Since they give you a decent chunk of out-of-combat movement speed also. Or, I don't know, there might be something else that gives you a lot of movement speed too, but for Pyke, maybe Dead Man's Plate. Because you're already going to have, like, you have Ghost Blade, which gives you out-of-combat, and then you have, like, Dead Man's would also give you some extra movement speed. And you have your W and your E. I wouldn't ever sell the ward item, because you need ward, like, wards are just too OP. But you could sell boots. Boots for Dead Man's, I think, would be reasonable. They don't have a lot of AD on their team, though, so that's a little weird. But you would have some AD. I'm trying to think of what else. There's probably an item I'm overlooking. You could sub it. I mean, hell, maybe with Ghostblade and your W, you already have enough movement speed. Maybe you could just get another, like, big item. Get, like, a GA or something. If you think you're fast enough already, like, maybe, I don't know. Not getting anything with extra speed could be weird. Nice, that was a good kill. Got him.
Rampage.
Okay. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just early game. You did land some good hooks. But just trying to be more menacing in the early game. You know, go to the forward bush, look for those hooks, especially if the enemy team like is a pretty weak lane overall. Like if they're not going to all in you, then just try to get in the most forward bush that you can and just look spooky and just throw some hooks every now and then. 'Cause I think you were just standing like too far back, you know, during a lot of those fights or like in the early trades. Now you did step up eventually, but I think there were a lot of opportunities where you could have potentially zoned them off of CS or like made them blow flash. Um, just try to be a bit more aggressive in the early lane. You were dominating the lane at one point. Like try to help your AD carry push in. Also, if they're trying to push, like help them push in so they can't freeze outside their tower. And then once you push in, especially after you get your mobility boots, you could consider, trying to roam and make a play on that Katarina more, or just like get some deeper vision in the enemy jungle early on. You know, if you get ahead, like see if you can walk up here and clear the pink ward in this brush, and then if they'll let you, and the waves in the tower again, you could, W over here and then just ward like here, like right here, and then run back. Just like use the blast cone and get back out of there. I think that's a really good use of resources, especially especially if they back and like your ADC is just gonna take like one plate or something and back. You might as well go in there and just like get some deep wards in their jungle. Use that blast cone, sweep, get all the wards out of there. That's a really good thing that you could be looking to do a little bit more. But otherwise, I think it was pretty solid. You had a lot of good engages, a lot of good maneuvering. You had a good KDA at the end, so that was great. There was that option after y'all won a fight here. You chase the Xerath up here instead of getting Rift Herald. But because they managed to barely sneak off, I think that was probably the right play, especially with Pyke. Each kill is really worth like a kill and a half or 2 kills. So really, you're looking at 3 or 4 potential kills up here, and that's going to be more valuable than Rift Herald. Especially after plates are down, you don't get as much value out of, like, Herald's still good, but it's probably not worth 3 or 4 kills. So I think that was probably correct to chase the Xerath up there. But you did have the option of going for, of just pushing mid and then going for Rift instead. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. If you want to see more coaching sessions, check out the playlist below. Over 200 sessions there. You can always watch them for free. If you'd like to get a personalized coaching session yourself, it's just $25. If you're not a channel member, if you are a channel member, it's just $20. So you can email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com or just stop by the stream, talk with me, and I can help you set that up. But anyways, that's going to be it. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.